go up to select and remove BG. It's gone. Before you guys even watch this video and you are a beginner at Photopea, check out my 2025 beginner's tutorial. Start there and then move on to this one. This is going to be a raw video, but I'm going to show you everything I use to make my thumbnails, and it's insane, guys. It's straight gold, and I'm giving it to you guys for free. Now I'm about to put you guys on something crazy that I just found out about. So let's go ahead and get some text and throw it on here, okay? All right, so if you go to the move tool, there's a button up here called distances. Select that, okay? Gosh, it's useful. It's so useful. So pretty much, I can't remember when I was using this, but it came in so handy. When did I use this? Oh, I know when I used it. Okay, so I was working on the banner. I'll show you real quick. This banner, guys, I'm telling you right now, this came in so handy. So let's say you want to add some text off here, right? Off the center. How do you know what the center of this side is, right? You want to put some text over here and here, but you want them to be the same, right? So you pretty much click the distances box and you can see it's 214 pixels away from this side, meaning you want this text to be 214 pixels from this side, okay? And then once they're both the same, you know that they're lined up perfectly, and you can do that the same vertically, okay? It may not make sense, but eventually you'll need to use this. So 455. Let's just show you real quick. So 147, right? That means I want this one to be 147. Boom. They are both the exact same distance from each side, and it's perfect, okay? So that's distances. Let's go ahead and talk about smart objects. So I actually just learned what these do not too long ago. And here's how it works. So let's say I have a layer. Let's just combine all these layers real quick. Let's convert it into a smart object, okay? So if you hold Control and select these, or you hold Shift and select all of them, and right click and click convert to a smart object, you will see that it's all one layer now. Now, back in the day, I used to think that that means you can't edit it anymore, and the only way to go back is by hitting Control Z, but that's actually incorrect. So how you can actually edit that is by double clicking in this layer right here. You'll see there's a little box here. That'll take you into the smart layer, which is another tab up here, or the smart object, I should say. So yeah, you can see the smart object right here, and it has all the layers within. So I can change whatever I want, right? I could just mess it up like that, and it'll remain the same here. Or, you know, what you can do is you can also just edit this version of it and not have to worry about it messing with this. So it pretty much just keeps it safe, and like a little safe, you could say. And if you ever want to use it again, you can just, you know, copy everything and bring it back into here. So it's just kind of like a little safety net if you want to revert your changes later on. Okay, so next up, we're going to be going over adjustment layers. So this is how you can pretty much change every single layer on the right instead of just one at a time. So normally what you might do is you might get your image, you might go up to image adjustments and brightness and contrast, right? But let's say you want to do that to all of them, right? But you don't want to have to go to each and every one and do that. It's actually super simple. So you go down here to adjustment layers, and it's all the same options, but this time when you use it, it's actually a layer. So depending on where it's at in the order, it'll only affect what's below it. So if I go to the very top and I adjust the brightness, it'll adjust it for every layer below it. And if I go to the very bottom, it won't affect any of them. So you can do this with a ton of different ones like curves and whatnot. I recommend doing this at the very end and having them all at the top to really polish your thumbnail or whatever design you made. Next up, we have clipping masks, and the best example I can show you is by putting an image over some text, for example. And this works with any layer. So let's say I want to give this text this texture. I'm just going to resize it and put it over my text. Then from here, if you right click on it and click clipping mask, you can see that now it's over the text and it gives that text that same texture. And we can right click on them and convert them to a smart object to make them one. Here's another example of me using this technique. I used it in how to make a letter portrait in Photopea. This one is super cool. I pretty much put Master Chief's head inside of the D and made it like look like it was part of his helmet. And that's just one example of what you can do with this. Here's another example of me doing this. This time I did double exposure with Eminem and pretty much put this forest over him. I think it's a super cool technique as well. And if you guys want to check out any of these videos, go ahead and search them up on YouTube and check them out. Now let's go over smart filters like blur, distort, noise, etc., and how you can actually edit them after you've already put it on your image. So for example, you might normally just add a Gaussian blur like this and click OK. And now you can't change the blur, it's done. You can no longer edit the blur. You can't make it more blurry. You can't make it less blurry, but there's actually a workaround. So let's go ahead and hit Control Z. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually right click on that layer. First, convert it to a smart object. This is very important. Then once you do that, try going up to filter and add that blur. This time you'll see over here on the right side, there's a new layer and it's called Smart Filters, and you can see your Gaussian blurs right here. Now if you double click on it, you can actually change the blur. This is super useful and I highly recommend you guys do this from now on. That way you don't mess up your image and you can't go back. Next up, let's go over some advanced text techniques. So let's go ahead and start out with custom layer styles. So I'm going to type in some text and I'm going to scale it up quite a bit. Like so, let's put it right here. So if you go into your text layer, you'll see a little box right here. Now, if you click on it, me personally, I have a bunch of these in here. These are presets. As you can see, you might not have any, and that's completely fine. I'll show you guys how to get these, and I'll show you how to get some presets as well later on. So let's go ahead and back out. I'm going to show you guys how to make your own. So if you go back into your text, and let's just start editing our text a bit. So let's go ahead and just make this text look kind of nice. Don't worry about what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing a little dabbling in the text settings just to make it look a little bit nicer. And so here we have it. Once you're done with it, all you want to do is click Define New right here, and it'll say Style Added. Now, if you check in here, it should be somewhere in here if you didn't have a bunch of layer styles, like right here. So now, whenever you open a new project and you want to use that text style again, it's easy. You just scroll down and click on it. Saves you a bunch of time, and now I'm going to show you how you can get these styles for free super easy. So now, go up to Window and Plugins. From here, go on Style, and go ahead and find one that you like. There's not too many, but I highly recommend Cool Text Styles and Neon. Click on it and click Install. Click on it and click Install. So now, when you go into your text, you'll see all of those presets, and I just saved you a bunch of time. Let's say we want our text to look a little bit different perspective-wise. Like it's a little boring, it's just straight on, and I don't want that. There's a few ways you can actually do this. So the first way, let's just go ahead and select our text. Go up to Warp, click on the style, and you can change it to any one of these. For example, we have Arc, Flag, Show Lower, just a few of them, and it kind of makes your text look a little bit better. And there's also another way you can do this, and it's by converting it to a smart object, hitting Control, Alt, and T, right-clicking on it, and clicking Perspective. From here, you can grab one of the boxes and just drag it out to however you like. It kind of does the same thing, but you have more flexibility with it, I'd say, more customizability, and you can really do some cool stuff with it. Next up, we're going to be going over the pen tool and cutting stuff out with it. This is a super important tool. Pretty much everyone is going to use it at some point, so I highly recommend checking this one out. So go ahead and grab your pen tool on the left side of your screen, and let's zoom in. Once you grab your pen tool, go ahead and click anywhere below your image and start to follow the outline of your character. And I recommend zooming in a little bit closer if you want to get more accurate. I'm just kind of doing this quick for the sake of the video. So you just want to keep clicking, and when you click and hold left click, you can kind of make a curve, and sometimes that can screw you up. So let's see if I can create an example. So let's see here. Let's say it's making a curve and you don't want that. What you have to do is hit Alt and then click that point. So the next one will be straightforward and it won't make a curve. If you don't get what I'm talking about, don't worry. If you encounter it, you'll know what I mean. Yeah, just go ahead and trace around the character, and I recommend spending more time on it. Oops. Later on, I will show you an easier way to cut stuff out if the image is suitable for it, which not all of them are, but this works on everything. You just have to take a little bit more time with it, but it'll give you a better result most of the time. Yeah, I didn't do a great job. So then connect back to your start and click Make Selection up here. Ignore all this and click OK. Now, if you hit Control J, you'll see the lines are gone and it looks the same, right? Okay, don't worry about that. You'll see on the right, now there's a new layer. There's two of them actually. There's the original and the new one. The new one is actually the cutout of the character. So if you hide the original, you'll see it's the cutout that we just made. And it actually looks pretty awesome. If you guys want a more in-depth pen tutorial, I actually have one already on my channel. Just search up Canva Creates pen tutorial or something like that. And I kind of go in more depth over it. But this is the most essential use for the pen tool. Next up, we're going to be going over blending effects and, you know, glows, overlay, smoke, all that, how you guys can make it work in your project if you don't know. And if you want some free effects, go to my website, canvacreates.com, check out my free content or my paid content, and I have a bunch of effects, like here, for example, 50 plus free effects. If you want to follow along, go ahead and download this and pull out one of the effects from the pack. I'm going to be using this one right here. I'm sure you guys have come across a black background and you're like, man, I can't use this. It's got a black background. And you're looking for the transparent background. Don't worry, you can actually make it transparent with one click. So you have the black background, it's all ready. All you want to do is go over here to the blending modes and click on screen. You'll see the black background is completely gone, and you guys can even mess with the other ones and see what it looks like. Screen works 99.9% of the time on black backgrounds, so that's what I always go with. Now let's say I don't want this to be in front of the text, I just want it to be behind it. We're going to go ahead and create a, I believe it's called a raster mask. Yep, right here. So go ahead and click on raster mask with that layer selected, and you'll see it popped up over here. Now grab your brush tool, soften it out, and go ahead and make sure the top box is black to remove. You can make the other one white to add, and you can hit X to switch between them. So black will actually remove it, and we can get it off of our text. Like so. You can also adjust the opacity if you don't want it to completely remove it. But that's a nice way to blend. And what you can also do, I actually kind of like this. Maybe I should have used that for the original. Okay, oh well. But you can also use this for manipulation. And I have a lot of manipulation tutorials. Actually, I think I just lied to you. I think I only have like 2. Let's see if I can pull one up. But it's super cool to do manipulation. I do have a manipulation playlist. I've done 8 of them. And let's see which, oh, that's pretty interesting. I forgot about this one. But I pretty much took this picture of a phone and added on this. I don't know why I did this, but it's kind of cool. And you can do that all with what I just taught you just there. With just cutting stuff out with the pen tool and also using your brush tool and raster masks. I can't speak. But guys, I'm giving you gold right now. So just keep following along. Some of it may apply to you, some of it may not. Or maybe later on you'll be like, oh wow, I didn't think I'd need that, but I did. So just keep following along. You guys are going to become pros at this. And I'm going to go even more in depth in my course. So just stick around for that. Here's another example. I put a city inside of a camera lens and let the water spill out. Super cool. Here I did an underwater city. Like Atlantis, I took a picture of a city and put it underwater. Super cool stuff, guys. Check out my playlist. Tons of manipulation. Next up, we have custom brushes. So if you go to your brush tool here, you can go up here and see that under default, there's a few of them, but I have some extra ones. I have some lightning, some charcoal, a bunch of weird ones. You might be wondering, how did I get these? Huh? I honestly don't know. I'm just kidding. I do know. And I'm going to show you how to use them right now. So first off, you're going to want to create a new layer down here. And that's what you're going to want to put these brush strokes on. So as you can see here, let's make it white actually. Boom. I need to use this more because this is super cool. And this is a nice little brush stroke here. It's lightning, guys. What is there to not like? It's amazing, okay? But how did I get it? You're like, shut up. Just tell me how. Okay, here's how. Okay, go up to window, go up to plugins, go to brush. Okay, tons of preset brushes. Just click them and download them. Then they will show up right here, okay? They'll show up right there. That's all you gotta know. That's all you gotta know. Here, you can define new if you want to save a preset, or you can load one. If you find one online, you can load it in here. It's a .abr file, okay? Or you can even export them as an ABR file and share them with your friends and family. Super easy. I'm kind of, flying through it. It's so simple though. I'm telling you guys are going to be professionals. I'm giving you too much gold right now. Oh yeah, let's just go in depth on the plugin manager. This is like the most important thing there is. So if you go up to window and plugins, I recommend every single person here downloading these specific plugins. Super Bloom, number 1, okay? Pexels, number 2. All right, are you following me? Color Theater is good. I would say it's only good if you use real life pictures. So if you take actual pictures and photography, get Color Theater. If you only work with digital graphics, don't worry about it. Zeus is good. I'd get this one too. And I'd also get one called Progen Flares, but there's a second one. I would get that one. Go up to style. I've showed you guys before. Get these two, okay? And then for the brushes, get the lightning and get the fog one, get whatever other ones, okay? I'm just trying to hook you guys up with the best ones. Actions I haven't messed with. And let's see, patterns. I would get some patterns too, because patterns are sick. But yeah, I would just start with those. Another cool one is this one. Let's night from day. That one's a cool one if you guys mess with real photography as well. Anyways, that's all you need. You need those. And I'm going to go over how these work. So we got Super Bloom, right? Super Bloom is the pretty much the cherry on top of every single project you will ever do. So let's say you're done with your project. Every time you want to try the Super Bloom, and if it doesn't look good, don't worry about it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to look good every single time. So once you download it, it should pop up over here, okay? By the way, make sure your top layer is selected. So we got curve selected. Go into your Super Bloom. All I do is I just adjust the brightness. I just turn the brightness down. Okay, just turn it down a bit. 20 looks good, and add to document. Boom, okay? Before and after. It adds a really nice look to it, and I do this with pretty much all of my designs. It kind of just blends everything together and really ties in the design. So that's what I always do at the end of my projects. Next up, we got color theater. Like I said, it doesn't work as good on these images. It's just filters pretty much. So I don't really do this one much. Pixels is nice because you can pretty much just search up whatever image you need. I don't know what that is, but you can search it up. It'll pop up and you don't have to go searching on Google. And let's say you find one, change the size to whatever you want and add to document. It adds it on there super easy. Whenever it loads, it takes a minute and you can just work with it there. So I highly recommend that. Also, let's say you're zooming in on your project, working on stuff, and you want to get it back to where it's just normal and you're messing around with it like this and you don't know what the heck's going on. All you want to do, your zoom tool selected, go up to fit the area. Fit the area, that's it. That's all you want to do. It's so simple. It's so simple. That's all you got to do. Another example of like pretty much like the distances is rulers. So you'll see here I have rulers. You can drag them, use them for measurements, which I recommend distances more. But if you want to use rulers, go up to view and rulers, and you'll see the rulers pop up and you can drag them down and make the points and whatnot. I think this, for you Harvard guys out there, that's probably going to be a game changer. For me personally, distances is enough, so I don't really need them. So honestly, I'm going to hide them because I like it to be clean. It didn't really do anything. But yeah, I recommend checking that out if you guys want to mess with that kind of stuff. So I don't remember if I showed this in my beginner tutorial, and I might have already gone over this. I've gone over it a few times, but guys, this is the best tool in Photopea right now, okay? It's not the Master Chief tool, all right? I keep using him. I don't know why, but let's go ahead and bring our image in here, right? I'm so freaking lazy. I'm so lazy, guys. I don't want to spend all this time cutting them out with the pen tool, all right? Don't worry. If your image is good enough, then it's super simple, okay? Honestly, I might even have an insane strategy that I'm about to try in a second. But anyways, go up to select and remove BG. It's gone. Boom. Just like seconds, and it's honestly freaking perfect. It's so perfect. God, it looks so good. Now, here's my theory, okay? So sometimes the background is too complex that it won't cut it out properly, but here's my theory, okay? What if we get the blur tool, right? Crank the strength up to 100. Draw all the way around the image to make the image not stand out as much, right? This is genius. Okay, this is for if you have a complex background. Okay, boom. Now he's standing out way more. Convert it to a smart object. Remove BG. Okay, it worked again. Maybe because I'm right or maybe because I'm not. But I'm thinking it's right because it makes him stand out a lot more. So if, let's say it's not giving you a good result, just quickly brush on blur around him and it might work. I don't know for sure. Let me know in the comments if it works, because if it does, then I might make a video just about that, because that's gold. That's gold. I've been doing this new style where I put like the thumbnail over the thumbnail, right? Does that make sense? Like you'll see it's like a whole, like how did I get that out, right? Well, all I did was I used snipping tool and I cut out this window, right? That's all I did. And then I made it big, Gaussian blurred it, right? Blurred the background. This is what it looked like. But before I did that, I copy and pasted this, so I had two of them. Then I have this one. I right clicked on it, changed the perspective, and like made it look like this, right? And also on the background layer, I turned the brightness down, right? So now this stands out way more. That's how I did it. And now another technique I do on all of my stuff is this light here, right? It's so easy. Go to the top layer, click new layer, go to your brush tool. Okay. Make sure your brush is not lightening. Make sure it's really soft and about this big. Okay. Make sure the color's white or whatever other color. Then you just drop it on here, right? It's so freaking easy, guys. You can also do cool light spots. Change the color of it, right? Let's go with this color. Just click around. Then you can change the blend mode to whatever you want. You could do like screen or overlay. And look at that. It's just cool. Like, it's just stupid. It's stupid how cool it is. And you just, guys, you can be so creative with this stuff. And that's why I love it, because you can do whatever you want. It looks sick. It looks awesome. This should be it. I keep making it better. This should be it. Okay. It's so simple. And I'm kind of losing my mind because this is so useful. I wish I knew all this. Okay. This is all stuff I use. This is pretty much everything I need. I'm not going into a bunch of crap, right? I'm not going to go into a bunch of crap I don't know. I don't care, right? Like, do I care what a range is? No, I should probably learn. Oh, wait, that's stupid. I don't need that. Just go boom. There's so much more that I'm still learning and I need to learn. Like, every day I learn more. And once I do, I'll put you guys on it because it's genius. Now, okay, let's go spot healing. Okay, this is kind of important too. I'm just going to look up a person with blemishes. This is kind of gross. Let's just get this guy. I've made a video on this too, but if you haven't seen it, don't worry about it. Okay, guy with blemishes. Get this tool, spot healing tool, right? Boom. Make it as big as this is, a little bit bigger. Click on it. Boom, gone. 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 Gone, gone. Charge them $100 for it and call it a day. It's that easy, guys. You're good. You guys are goated now. I'm gonna be honest, you guys are actually goated at this stuff. Also, if you make gaming videos, you can use it on the HUD to get rid of the HUD, right? Click wherever the HUD is. Gone, gone, gone. Let's say there's like money at the top right. Get rid of it. It's great if you want to make thumbnails because you can just get rid of the HUD. It's so easy. Another technique I do is so let's go ahead and make all this one layer. Actually, I didn't have to do that. That was useless. Get your rectangle tool, right? Rectangle. Fill, get rid of it. Stroke, click the box and change it to white. Go ahead and draw out a square and then drag it to fill in all the edges perfectly. Once it snaps in, you're good. Okay, now adjust this. Go to about 45. Change the blend mode to overlay and you're good. Now you have a nice little awesome looking border on your image, and your thumbnail is the absolute best on YouTube. Another quick tip, go up to more, theme, and just change what your Photopea looks like. It's cool. Just change it up every once in a while. You know, you could be designing for hours. You start to go crazy. Just change it to purple and relax. Okay, you're good. All right, you're chilling. Chilling. That's all you need. Just have fun with it, okay? Here's another insanely useful tip. So let's say you're making a YouTube banner, right? The normal banner size is ridiculously stupid. It's huge, right? It's like a TV. But I like to work on it at this size, 423. It's so much easier to work with. It looks like an actual banner. Mid-project, before you export it, don't go here and change it here. It's going to stretch it and look stupid. Before you do that, go up to image, canvas size, and then change it back. Boom. Then make the background look okay. Then you can go here and export it. That way you can design the banner with ease. And yeah, so that's kind of all you really need. If you combine this with the beginner tutorial, you're good to go. Once I put out these courses where I go even more in depth, it's over. Like, I'm telling you, once you guys do those courses, like, you're set, you're done. You've succeeded. So I hope you guys learned from this, and I hope I didn't go too insane, but this is just gold, guys. It's so good. You guys are on your way to being a goat on YouTube and in Photopea. So I hope it helped you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Before you go, don't forget to check out my website for tons of bonus content like my exclusive courses, graphics packs, and socials like my Discord server. If you want to level up your designs even faster, consider joining the Cambit Creates channel membership. You'll get access to a folder packed with hundreds of effects, copyright-free music, and more to take your content to the next level. Hit that join button or check the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep creating.